what's up? You made it this far. That means you successfully completed all Sean's classes and passed all his practice tests. So great job. So now you are one step closer to going to trucking school. But the next process you will have to do is you have to get a Dlt Physical. Now, what a DOT means? A DOT means Department of Transportation. And anybody who is trying to get a Class A license has to get cleared by the state. So that means you would have to take a Dlt Physical. And the Dlt Physical consists of them checking your blood pressure, them checking your vision, make sure you got peripheral vision, them checking, just to make sure you're able to operate a truck. Because it's not just a car, this is a truck. Like, it's a dangerous truck, and you got to be fully functional to operate this. So that's why you're required to take a Dlt Physical. And the good thing about the Dlt Physical, we go to Free World, we pay for that. So a Dlt Physical can be anywhere from $60 to $90. But whatever it is, we pay for that. Also, before you take the physical, if you smoke cigarettes, make sure you don't smoke that day, because it will increase your blood pressure. And anything that will, deteriorate your health, it might put you at risk to fail the Dlt Physical. So just make sure you drink water, don't smoke, just try to pass that test. And they will ask you to piss in a cup. But it will not be a drug test. It will be a test to see if you have blood in your urine. So you don't have to get worried about that, but I advise you now, if you do any type of drug, smoke weed, anything, stop that now. Because when you go to school, you will be tested. And if you get a dirty test, you will never get a job. Also, a thing to remember when you go take that Dlt Physical. Now there's two options. It's called intrastate and intrastate. The one you will pick will be interstate. INTER. That is a physical that will allow you to travel all over the United States. Now, pick that one. Now, you might be asking, where do I go to find a Dlt Physical? How do I get a Dlt Physical? Well, Free World goes one step ahead. So really, you can go to any urgent care that's close by, or click on the link below, and it will give you a list of all places that perform Dlt Physicals next to you. Once you have completed your Dlt Physical, now it's time to get your permit. And this is the thing that you've been waiting on, that you've been studying on. Now it's time to get that permit. Now you took all the classes with Sean, you completed his practice test. Now to get the permit, you have to go to DMV or DPS, whatever one closer to you. Now, once you go to that DMV or DPS, make sure you bring the following documents. You need to bring your birth certificate, your social security card, proof of residence, driver's license, two forms of proof of residence, and bring that Dlt Physical. And also, that morning that you're going to take that permit test, I'll advise you to eat a good breakfast. Eat a healthy, good breakfast. Eat your Wheaties, get some brain power. You might be like, man, I'm not hungry. But once you get in that test, start taking that test, start thinking, if you ain't got no fuel to think, then you can't think rationally. Then you're going to pick answers that be like, man, why'd I pick that? And by the time you realize why you picked that, it's going to be too late. And also, when you get to DMV, you know how DMV is, so prepare to at least spend 5 hours there. But my advice is, if you go early in the morning, if you wait in line for the DMV to open up, that's better than waiting in line to get a spot. So if you wait in line for the DMV to open up, you will guarantee that testing date that day. So get there early. If the DMV open at 7, get there at 6:30, 6:20. Also, just like the Dlt Physical, Free World, we pay for the permit test also. So the permit test for the Class A should be anywhere from $25 to $90. It depends on what state you're in. And then once you start taking that test, remember, you cannot leave cannot go to the bathroom. You cannot check your phone for a text message or anything. If they see you doing that, you will fail the test automatically, and you will have to pay for it again. In free world, we only pay for the test one time. So you have 3 times to fail. So say, what that means, say if you had general knowledge, and then you fail air brakes, and then you pass air brakes, and then you fail combination 3 times or 2 more times, and that counts as 3. So you can only fail 3 times total. Make sure you're ready. Remember, this is your career. This is the beginning of you getting into trucking school. A little advice when you take the test. The DMV will try to trick you with these answers and questions. So remember, it'll be 3 answers. And always take off the one that don't make sense. For example, if they ask you a question like, how fast should you be going on the highway? One answer might be the speed of traffic. One answer might be however I feel like. Or the other answer might be the speed limit. And so the one that don't make sense, however I feel like, automatically take that one out. Take that one out, and now you're stuck with the speed of traffic and the speed limit. And then you decide of what you learn and what you study, which one makes the most sense. Study, eat a good breakfast, and pass that permit test with flying colors. And hey, if you pass it, you might get a bonus.